Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome to our Minecraft Trains project. So I guess I'm back to building these encoders up here in Loop 1. Well, let me just get straight into it. So the second part of the aquatic update has been released. I think we can build those underwater things now, which maybe we should look at that later on. At the underwater tunnel to Mush. We might be able to improve visibility down there. Anyway, let me do this first. Let me build some encoders. Hi Wesley, welcome back again. Hey, the second part of the aquatic update is out. If you want to, at some point we should go back and look at the underwater tunnel. Let's see. So I'm gonna continue building these encoders up in Loop 1 for now, Wesley. Hey, Belgium didn't win the World Cup, Wesley. Wesley says, yeah, I was thinking about tunnel, yeah. At some point we can have a look at it. I don't know if you're really interested, you can... Yes, Well, either way, it wouldn't have gone on for much longer. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that Belgium didn't win. I mean, England didn't win either, so... It was France, right? France won in the end. Alright, so we're gonna fill this in underneath here. In other news, the trade war is going to intensify. Trump is gonna put more tariffs on China, apparently. We'll see how that goes. I have the full list here. I don't know if I should start reading it. Hi Fox. It's a pretty big list. Hold on, let me just look at this list again. It's a massive... It's 205 pages PDF. Let's not look at all 205 pages of tariffs. Basically everything. Basically the plan is to put tariffs on literally everything. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But I guess the gist of it is that Trump is gonna double down. Although the Trump visit to Europe was pretty interesting. England put on a pretty good protest. Plenty of people turned out, along with the balloon. Q says, hey Q. Good evening to you. Good morning to Wesley. And good day to me, I guess. Quake mode? No, this is This is how it usually is, right? Is this Quake mode? No, it's not Quake mode. I'm pretty sure this is how it always looks. Oh, it's still evening on your side, Wesley? Fox says, I don't know if I called it a good protest, but there was a lot of them. Even my protest at one going, well, I guess I'm judging it by the turnout, Fox. I haven't changed any settings, Q. Are you sure? Unless they... I mean... Unless I'm stuck on... No, I'm pretty sure it's... FOV 70%. It's not, Are you... No, this is... It doesn't look any different to me. Right. So the plan for today is building more of these encoders up in Loop 1 and then maybe going back down to look at the underwater tunnel and then probably start building the junctions in Loop 3 because I just remember that probably can't do much else at Loop 3 until the junctions are in. I think Wesley is punching dirt down in Loop 3. Mostly struggling. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the coastal bit. Whoa! Hey, I didn't know you could do that. You can put buttons on top of blocks. I didn't even know that. It's quite flavorful having the button go down. It's like a... It's usually how the missile launch buttons are in movies. It's really a button on the wall. It's always like a flat one that you can slam with a fist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those there. You know, tariff list is not even loading. Let me just refresh the PDF. I got 205 pages of tariffs. And it's basically everything. Although I find it curious that a lot of it is like the first. There's a lot of chemicals. So it's basically like all foods, all minerals. Cigars, cigarettes, like China, does China even make those? Coal, sulfur. The thing with this list is that I'm talking about the additional tariffs that Trump plans to slap on China. A lot of it is raw materials, which goes against most economic theories regarding tariffs. Oh, mercantilism. At the end of last week I was talking about mercantilism, which is what the Europeans did to each other back during the age of colonization, or before that even, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not... is that it? No, that's it. Basically, if you imagine yourself... I think that's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 9. Yeah, no, that's wrong. Imagine if you are at war. How would you use the economy to wage war on someone else? Like, you try to make as much money as possible from your trade with other people, and also try to prevent them from making any money off you. And you would try to do everything yourself. You would try to close your economy and make it self-sufficient so that you don't have to rely on others, because if you're at war, then other people aren't going to want to trade you anything actually useful. So it's that kind of logic. Have any of you played EVE Online or any similar games with a good economic simulation? And then that there, kinda, says Wesley. One, two, three, 4. So the thing about EVE Online is useful here because it is a pretty good simulation of an economy. And so you can... Fox plays EVE, not Q. So you can learn about how economies work if you play enough EVE Online. So the example that I want to say is imagine if you can get like 10 million ISK. ISK is the currency. If you can get 10 million credits per hour doing missions, and let's say you can get 5 million an hour mining asteroids, then it makes sense to not mine asteroids, but do missions. And if you actually need minerals, you need asteroids minerals, then you just buy it from the market, because instead of spending an hour mining for 5 million credits worth of minerals, you can spend the hour getting 10 million from the missions, and then spending half of that buying the minerals from the market, and so you have the minerals, and you also have an extra 5 million that you make. So basically, you do whatever it is that you're good at, and you don't bother doing the things that you're bad at. And this continues to be true even if you're the best miner in the galaxy. So if other people can only make 2 million ISK an hour mining, you would still not mine. Even though you're a better miner than them, you would still not mine, because you are an even better mission runner, right? You would let somebody else do the mining and just buy it off them. And this illustrates the benefit of free trade through a video game, is that you just focus on whatever you're good at, and everything else you buy from other people, and that's the way to make the most money. at any time. I don't know if that's clear, me just saying it. Maybe you need to play Eve to like just see how this works. Q says, but that logic only works when the others aren't being rational. No. It's true even if it is rational. We're assuming that. Well, no. Okay, so that's how's the market work, Q. So if nobody mines, because the supply of the minerals are low and the demand is high, the price of the minerals will increase. People will offer more money for the minerals because there's less demand, or because they can't get it otherwise. And as the price of the minerals increase, then people will start shifting away from mission running to mining to fill in that gap. The prices are not static, right? Yeah, that's right. And Fox has experience. Not everyone will be able to run missions too, and some will have to mine. Well, it's not that they can't do missions, Fox, because everybody can do missions. But some people can't do missions as effectively, right? Or maybe they don't want to, or whatever it is. And some would like mining much more relaxing. That's true. And because like in EVE Online, you train skills, and so if you spend like a month training into combat skills, then your mining would be bad in comparison to your mission running. But if you spend a month training into mining skills, then your mining will be good compared to your mission running. Although, you know, if you spend several years training, then you can get good at everything. But the point is that like different people can specialize in different parts of the economy. And so some people are better at mining and some people are better at mission running. And it is most cost effective if people do what they're good at and then trade with each other. And that's basically free market economics. It's not that complicated. It's complicated if you don't have a model to see it in action. It's good that EVE Online exists because you can like actually see. It's a pretty complex model, but you can actually see it in action, and it makes sense when you see it in action. If you can't see it in action and you're just talking about theory and numbers, it's a little bit complicated to try to wrap your head around it. But yeah, so like if nobody mines, then prices would change and people would be motivated to start mining. And the point of free trade in the real world is pretty much the same thing. Is that instead of trying to do something you are not particularly efficient at, you just do whatever makes the most money for you at any particular time and trade with other people for everything else. And that is often the most cost-effective way for everybody to get what they want. And what happens to people who get long-term illnesses? Well, you see, hold on, does that go there? It does, right? The thing about EVE Online, Q, is that it is a libertarian's paradise. And by that I mean there's no government aid for anything. There's no governments really. If you fall into long-term illness, you just die in EVE Online. Like if you don't play, you just don't do anything. Are you talking about EVE Online or are you talking about the real world? I mean, there are kind of governments. I mean, there's player corporations in EVE, right?